You're looking like you're ready to jump up out of it.
Recording in progress.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone and call to order the September 3rd meeting of the St. Joseph County Board of Commissioners. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before we get started, I'd like to make an announcement that we have received the resignation of our county attorney, Mike Mish. I want to thank him for his service, and I feel we should have a vote on accepting his resignation. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Moving forward, I would like to nominate Pete Augustino as our interim county attorney. We will be doing a review and looking for a full-time attorney or county attorney going forward. But in the interim, we appreciate Pete's willingness to step in and help us out for a period of time. So do we have a motion to approve Pete Augustino as our interim county attorney?
So moved. I'll second, and then, well, for you, I got a question on the process for that.
Sure.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter?
Aye.
Thank you. And Commissioner Baxmeyer?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Commissioner Dieter.
Yeah, is that, will we put that out for people or interviews or how?
We have already received people reaching out to us. We will interview and
Okay.
make a decision.
All right.
Next, approval of our accounts payable docket. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the accounts payable docket.
I'll second what Commissioner Hazen just said there, Mr. Augustino.
Thank you, Mr. Dieter. How about if we start with you? How do you vote, Mr. Dieter?
Aye.
Mr. Hazen?
Aye.
And Mr. Baxmeyer?
Aye.
Motion approved.
Terry?
Carried.
The next two items are something that we enjoy doing. It was started by Commissioner Dieter several years ago, and that is recognizing a Youth of the Month. Today we're going to recognize two. Unfortunately, the Youth of the Month for July, Luke Kakowski, could not be with us today. I'll just read a little bit about from the correspondence we received nominating him. Luke is an excellent candidate for this award. He's motivated, passionate, and a humble young man who excels in several different areas, including music and science. He's a skilled musician with an unparalleled dedication to musical ensembles that he is a part of. He plays the clarinet in the St. Pius X band program, the South Bend Youth Symphony Orchestra, the community-run all-clarinet ensemble, and at weekly church services. In 2023, Luke learned to play the oboe, and in less than 1 year was recognized in the All-State Honors Band as one of the best young oboists in the state of Indiana. In addition to his musical accomplishments, Luke has entered the state science fair where he built different prototypes of wind turbines and even designed his own. Luke received the IUSB Junior Research Award in physical science and won one of 15 spots in the state science fair later last spring. He encompasses qualities of kindness, respect, critical thinking, and innovation. He is passionate about learning and challenges himself in many areas of his life. Certainly well-deserved recognition, and we wish Luke well going forward in his academic career. Next, we want to recognize our Youth of the Month, who is able to be here today. Giovanna Mawalija is a junior, or nope, take that back, is now a senior at Adams High School, and the South Bend Schools nominated her for Youth of the Month. Giovanna is an exceptional student who is a full diploma candidate, and she's president of the National Honor Society. She's a cheerleader and a great leader. Her recent achievements include being selected as one of the Questbridge College Prep Scholars. Please join me in congratulating Giovanna. Giovanna, why don't you?
Step up to the podium. Mom and Dad.
We didn't tell you about this part before. Right there, so we can get your recorded on the.
Alrighty. Hello, my name is Giovanna Mwalija. Again, as they said, I am currently a senior at Adams. I am currently president of NHS as well as class president for class of 2025. Other things about me, as well as I said, I do cheerleading, tennis, as well as golf, and I'm currently also co-president of a new organization at Adams called Black Student Union. Although I'm not currently yet sure, I am planning to study neuroscience wherever I decide to go, and am hoping to become a neurologist. And again, thank you guys for this award.
Well said. Folks, do you want to say anything?
Just on behalf of my family, we didn't see this coming. We had no idea about it until last week when we received notification that we were supposed to attend this event on Tuesday. Then a few days later, it was postponed to this morning. So we had to take time off just to be present to appreciate like what the council and the community is recognizing our daughter. Nothing much to say, just to appreciate people that are appreciating what our students or kids are doing in respective schools. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, not much to say, but to say thank you for recognizing Giovanna. Yes, she is, even at home, she just has the leadership skills in her. And she's very caring for others, and she has this rigorous schedule that she gets up like every day, like 5 a.m. She's up, regardless at whatever time she slept previous day. So she could sleep like at 11 o'clock at night, trying to work on projects, essays, but by 5 a.m. she's up. So thank you so much for recognizing her.
You're welcome. Well deserved. Come on up and let's get a photograph.
Beginning next year, everybody that's going to work through the year,
Way up in the locker room with the Chiefs.
A very poised young woman. She didn't even flinch when I told her we wanted her to get up and say something.
Spoke very well.
She did. Moving on to the next item, Board of Commissioner meeting dates for 2025. Do we have a motion to approve?
so moved. Second.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter? Commissioner Baxmeyer?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next is the holiday schedule for 2025. Do we have a motion to approve the holiday schedule?
So moved.
Commissioner Dieter,
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next is the Benefit Focus ACA contract and addendum.
Courtney Mullins, 7th floor of this building, HR Director. This is the same exact contract that we did last year for the 1095, 1094s fulfillment. Nothing about it has changed. They worked really well with us last year. We successfully were able to file with no errors, so we would like to continue that partnership with Benefit Focus and helping us make sure that this gets fulfilled.
For the benefit of those in the audience and listening, can you
Yep.
just expound a
Yep.
little bit on the forms that need to be filed?
Yep, 1095, 1094, because we provide credible insurance to our employees, we have to do that filing with the IRS. The employees also each get a copy of the form, well, they get the 1094 form, 1095 form, and we get the 1094. But it's the one where it shows the months of the year and how many months you had credible coverage, so when you go to file your taxes. It's not required for when you file your taxes, but some people do use it. This came out of the Affordable Care Act, so. Last year, we did find a handful of employees where either social security numbers were transposed, especially for dependents. So we were able to correct some of those errors. But again, this year when we redo it, part of the contract is them re-verifying all of that information for us before we go ahead to submit.
And thank you for reminding us that you caught some errors. And want to thank you and your staff for working diligently to correct those.
Yep.
Any other questions or comments?
Negative.
If not, do we have a motion to approve the Benefit Focus ACA contract and addendum?
So moved.
Thank you.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
Right?
Commissioner Hazen
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Contract approved.
Next is the ratification of the medical professional liability coverage.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bree Roberts, Director of Procurement with offices on the 7th floor. So this is a ratification as the bound coverage was actually signed previously on August 22nd. With medical coverage, we just want to make sure that if it's what we want to move forward with, that it's bound and we can move forward with payment. So that's why it was signed on the 22nd. This is, again, medical professional liability, medical malpractice coverage for the health department. It is, again, with General Star Indemnity Company, and approximately $8,300 less in premiums than was paid last period.
Not too often we get things that are decreased in cost, so appreciate your work on getting this, along with the health department.
Mhm.
Any questions or comments on the medical professional liability coverage? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries and ratification approved.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bree. Next item, the MACOG Regional Brownfields Coalition Memorandum of Agreement.
Good morning. I'm Leah Thill, Director of Sustainability at MACOG, the Michiana Area Council of Governments, with offices on the 11th floor of this building. We, on behalf of our Regional Brownfields Coalition, are seeking to update our Memorandum of Agreement, which has been in place since the coalition was formed in 2018 and secured our first EPA Brownfields Assessment Grant in 2019. We just were awarded our third EPA grant for $1.5 million to divide amongst the needs for brownfields assessment in our 4 counties, Elkhart, Kosciuszko, and Marshall being the other 3. This agreement has been signed by 2 of those counties, And one change this year to note is that the Tolson Center for Community Excellence in Elkhart County is replacing Elkhart County as the formal coalition member due to a change in requirements of the grant that we include a nonprofit community organization. But functionally, we will continue to operate the same with decisions being made by local government staff. Frank from St. Joseph County sits on the working group to help make decisions about the use of funds. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Is this just for assessment, not cleanup?
That's correct. It can only be used for assessment, cleanup planning, reuse planning, but it cannot be used directly for cleanup. $1.5 million would go very quickly, but the way the grant is structured is just for assessment to try to understand what the risk is and especially intervene on properties where the private market, the risk is just too high, and better understanding what cleanup costs might be if someone were to try to redevelop a property.
How many have you guys done, or how many did you do last year?
How many sites? We have done about a dozen sites through our last grant, which was a third of the size of this upcoming grant. So we've continued to assist with projects like Diamond View Apartments across from Four Winds Field, with the Ward Bakery Building redevelopment, with the Clay's Candy transaction with the city, and we also assisted with a number of properties over on Washington Street, South Bend Range, Oil Express. So we'll continue to assist with some of those that need more work, but we're definitely looking for sites that small towns have, and it could be an unincorporated area as well, beyond just the urban area of South Bend, Mishawaka.
So when people were building or whatever, get a hold of you guys for this, did
Yep.
they get charged anything, or that's
No,
just
no, so there's no local match required from the county. There's no funding match required from any property owners or prospective purchasers. And there doesn't need to be a local government involved in any transaction. It could be a private party to another private party redeveloping a site as well.
Okay. So is all of your work, like, derived from people calling you, or do you guys do, just look around?
If you go to macog.com/brownfields.html, there's a site of interest form, so someone can fill out the pertinent details about why is there some concern about environmental issues, all the site information. We'll take that into consideration, and we have a scoring matrix that we've developed as a region, and the working group of local government staff will make decisions based on what the needs and priorities are across the region. So we're happy to take those intake forms through our website.
Thank you.
As the commission's representative to the MACOG board, get the pleasure of having your report just about every month on status, and want to commend what you're doing and the whole MACOG team with this project.
Thank you.
Brownfields are important. With that, do we have a motion to approve the memorandum of agreement for the Regional Brownfields Coalition?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter?
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries, memorandum agreement approved.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leah. Next, IPG consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
What am
Commissioner Hazen?
I? Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye. You know, usually, I'm sorry,
Motion carries, consent agenda approved.
we don't usually pull out individual. There's only one item here, and that is the Sarah Hildebrandt Parade that's going to be held on September 8th. So, USA gold medalist from our area. Glad to see that she's getting local recognition as well as international recognition. Next, from our maintenance department, the Cintas Rental Program Agreement and Addendum.
Bree Roberts, Director of Procurement, offices on the 7th floor, here on behalf of the Maintenance Department for the Cintas Rental Program Agreement. So there is both a services and a supplies aspect to this agreement. The term is 24 months as set out. Supplies are listed in the last page. They are awarded the state QPA for these supplies. They include mops, towels, hygiene items, chemicals, can lighters, paper products. Items such as the mops and towels are considered a rental because they will pick those up and launder them for us and drop off fresh, clean supplies. And then also, there is a rental aspect to the chemicals. So instead of buying one-off bottles of chemicals, instead we will have an industrial-style dispenser where we can reuse bottles and refill those as needed. So cutting down on cost by bulk purchase, but then also reducing a little bit of plastic waste with this. And I do think that there is a substantial savings that can be attributed once we get this rolling. I think the 24 months that they've come down to is more agreeable, as they initially had proposed 48, and we kind of worked our way back just to make sure that we're not locked into this for too long, make sure the program gets off its feet and is working the way that hopefully we intended.
Any questions? If not, do we have a motion to approve the rental program agreement with Cintas?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter? And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries and agreement approved.
Next, from our Health Department, support request for funds from Real Services for vaccination clinics.
Good morning, guys. Jody Parrott's Director of Nursing on the 9th floor. The Department of Health would like your support in receiving funds from Real Services to help provide vaccination clinics for vulnerable populations like the elderly and the disabled. We've worked with Real Services before. They just want to have a formal contract. And the money that we get would be $500, and that would be for any supplies that we need.
Certainly, we support vaccination clinics.
Yes.
Glad you're moving forward with this. Does anybody have any questions for?
About how many vaccines we all do, you know? Estimate?
Well, it depends on what they need. So we wind up trying to have whoever's going to be there pre-register, but we'll provide whatever is needed.
Okay, and what areas of town we have the clinics at?
You know, I would have to get back with you, but it would be, you know, on their grounds typically.
So, the school, business, the park?
It's more of at Real Services, so I could get more of that information for
Okay.
you if you'd like.
Thank you.
And Jody, I know we're going to have a clinic, vaccination clinic in the lobby
Correct.
in the next few weeks. So-
Yes.
And this is primarily, this particular agreement is for the older adults through Real
Yes.
Services
Correct.
for flu, COVID, other vaccines. If
Yes.
I'm reading it right.
Yes. Correct.
Any other questions or comments? If not, do we have a motion to approve the request for funds from Real Services for vaccination clinics?
So moved.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter? And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Remember me? Yeah.
Motion carries, agreement approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the last item on our agenda today is from PSAP, the Resiliency and Coaching Consulting Agreement and Addendum.
Good morning. This is Julie Toby, Executive Director for PSAP, 58266 Downey Avenue. This contract is for the Resiliency Coaching and Consulting for PSAP, who specializes in public safety. This agreement will provide more training for our internal peer support team and assist in debriefing after a bad call. Also, some self-care, stress management, suicide prevention training for the center. We're looking to be more proactive when a team member is in need of some tools and crisis themselves. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Can you expand just a little bit on the expected outcome of the coaching?
We are finding that the calls are getting tougher. We need to find a way to get help provided to our dispatchers sooner. The county provides amazing assistance, but we need somebody that's on hand that's basically assigned for our agency. This individual will come in and do observation a few times a year, so she gets to build a rapport with everyone. And then everything will have to go through me for approval. But if I needed assistance for someone in a day, that night, I would have somebody that I can contact on hand.
So is this something that everybody, is it required everybody has to go through it, or people who need help, or?
We have an internal peer support team, about 9 of us. So everyone I would expect, obviously staffing applies to that, but yes, I would want everybody to be a part of these trainings. We are not taking care of ourselves as we should, so I'm hoping to provide them with some tools to deal with the stress and not taking it home or not bringing home here, and how to separate that. It's just something that we definitely don't have enough in the 911 industry of training of, so I picked out somebody who is trained to do that, and I think she would be a really great asset to help our agency.
Gotcha. Do you all still just go through your template when people call in and follow that type of, I guess, agenda when things come in?
Yes, we follow protocols.
Okay. Well, back in the day, buddy, and, well, we'll talk about that later. Just shove them, wake them up a little bit. We're good. Thank you, young lady.
Thank you.
Having had the opportunity to be out there and observe, you used the word stressful, I believe. I can certainly understand that. It's a hard job. With that, do we have a motion to approve the resiliency and coaching consulting agreement?
Say that again?
I can't. One shot, one take. We're not doing a retake.
So moved.
Well, second, his so moved there. Interim attorney.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Dieter, how do you vote?
Aye.
Commissioner Hazen, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resiliency counseling agreement.
See, it's not that easy to say.
That's why I had to give it a
Say
shot.
resilient, I just said it 3 times in a row.
Melissa, do we have anybody who signed up to speak?
I have one question if nobody else online.
Oh, if you have a question, sure.
Buddy, could you give us an update on the sirens? Like, is everything up?
The only thing we're waiting for is our FCC license to come up.
Well,
You
yeah,
better
so
come
we
up,
can
you better
hear
come
ya.
up so we have it recorded.
He's got nice legs.
Oh, you can tell them that.
Yeah, we have all the product pretty much shipped in. It's in storage. The extra grant we got on our own for those high-tech warning sirens to go in at-risk population areas are being shipped, and they're being shipped to West Shore Services. Probably the biggest delay was to get the FCC license, and it was kind of a nightmare working with our company and with DLZ, our company meaning West Shore Services and us, with this ATC company. It's an old Charlie Hayes cell phone tower. ATC bought it, and I'll be straight up, ATC didn't even know what they had on it. They thought we had 3 or 4 antennas on it. Well, when it finally came down to it, there was only 1. And so before we can do anything on this project was the FCC license. And we had to identify which antenna was ours. And this is on the tower that is right by the bypass in 31 South on the right side. If you look there, there's a tall tower. So we're still waiting for that. That application was sent in like a couple weeks ago, signed off on it, and we're away. As soon as it comes in, it's full speed ahead.
So a timetable for all that to come together is just
I was
say.
hoping, Commissioner, I was hoping we'd be done by about September, October. But they had told us they're going to come in with several crews and go at it quick. So I'm hoping by the end of October.
Okay. And then on another topic, did you see where they found a ordinance under the Angela Bridge?
Yeah,
Do you guys
yes.
have anything to do with coming
No,
out
I
and
didn't get a call.
throwing Jimmy in the water and?
Being a former scuba diver for 30 years for the fire department, I found a lot of things on there. Actually found some shells where years ago we took back to the firehouse and opened them up, which is probably not a good idea.
Don't.
But, no, I've seen those guys and I met them.
I've seen them on the bridge, yeah.
Yeah,
They
and I
pull
met
up
them
my
on the
old bikes,
Michigan
so we threw
Street
in there.
Bridge once, and I told them, go to Angela. I think you'll find more stuff off the Angela Bridge and the Angela Train Trestle,
Okay.
which is now the Coal Line Trail. But, yeah, I was out.
Stephen J. Licky Coal Line Trail, by the way.
Pardon?
Stephen J. Licky Coal Line
Oh,
Trail.
Stephen, I thought it was just the part,
Negative.
not the whole Coal Line Trail.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. So, no, we didn't get a call
Okay.
on any of that.
I have no further questions.
Thank you for the update.
Thank you.
There being nothing else, do we have a motion to recess?
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Hazen,
Aye.
Commissioner Dieter,
Aye.
and Commissioner Baxmeyer.
Aye. Thank you, everyone.
We are recessed.
Good job.